Welcome back to Gene Key of the Day, this first episode of 2016, this fantastic new year. I'm so excited to be back with you and exploring more of the Gene Keys with very fun and interesting people. We'll get into that, but I just wanted you to know that as we rode our wave into the new year, the sun was with the 38th key, and we were asking the question of what are the fights that are worth fighting for, this inner warrior that's willing to really face the challenges and show up and find the gifts that are lying in those dark places. And now the sun comes into the 54th key, the shadow of
Greed.
To the gift of
Aspiration.
and the city of
Ascension.
da, da, da. So we're all gonna ascend, and probably sometime in this next little window from January 6th to January 11th. Get your ascension gear on. I'm sure there's some handbooks out there that can help you. And so with the sun being here, I just want to also point out a major astrological shift and movement that's happened in this last few days is that Pluto has moved from the 38th gene key into the 54th. It literally knocked on the door, and someone's knocking on the door right now, of 54 and said, "Hello, I'm here." And so it's conjunct right now with the sun. Pluto and the sun are conjunct. And so I'm sure that the work that we are doing to become more conscious and to be free of all of our patterning and all of that is just getting even more deep and getting down to the most core issues. So at this point in time, we have someone walking into the room, and it's wonderful because, see, life, it just happens. And we're actually at a wonderful birthday party right now for a friend who has 54 as her life's work. So happy birthday, Naima. She's actually...
Why isn't she in the video?
Well, you know what's funny is that actually she's a line 638.
Okay.
So she was born like right on the cusp. So for all you out there who track that, that's how it rolls. That basically you're born, and wherever the sun is, that's your life's work. So back to the Pluto and sun, we're getting down to our most core issues, and transformation is really strong right now, and we're wielding those deeper forces, but we have to really face some deep stuff, and it might not be the most comfortable. So I want to just introduce my beautiful friend, Antia. This is a woman who I respect so much and is one of my favorite people. Not only because she's talented and beautiful and a wonderful event producer and dancer and Gene Keys enthusiast, but because she's also incredibly courageous and truly has a willingness to lean into the darker sides of life, and I really respect that about her. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So right now we're just going to dive into this key with her because she has 54 in her activation sequence.
Yes.
What is it like? What is it like to live this key? How do you experience it?
Yeah. Well, when you just said courageous and diving in this next chapter here, I thought of how does this key apply? Diving in, when I think of diving in, I think of diving into my life and creating the life I want and moving through it with grace and calling in what my life is really supposed to be. And the way that happens, to let that happen synchronistically, is to be in the flow of life. Put yourself in the flow of life. And for me, that's a lot about being around people. I think that's what this key is really about, is to be putting yourself out there to allow others to be attracted to you, right? And at the shadow frequency of 54, greed has a really self-serving energy. So the way that we engage and approach people kind of has an energy of like a hook coming at them to catch the thing that we want, the thing that we see in this person as serving us, as being an opportunity for us to get what we need.
Interesting.
So if I have that energy coming at somebody, they can tell, and it disrupts that natural flow, and it ends up not giving me what I want, of course. And it might still give me what I want, but it's not going to have a sustainable resonance to it.
Right.
You might get the money or the thing and the material wealth, but it's not going to be the thing that makes us happy, right? And at the gift frequency, that engagement has a higher frequency of literally aspiring to a greater purpose, and it has a more communal energy. So of course I'm still figuring all this out, and I'm learning to notice when I am coming into an engagement, an interaction, from a shadow or gift state, and if I feel that in my body, it's like the lower frequencies cause me to sort of like lean in towards the thing or the person that I'm targeting. It's literally like, it's very goal-oriented and strategic. We might not be thinking this through, but our bodies and our energy field is like very calculated. And so it feels like me leaning in and being like kind of ready to jump like an animal on, praying for its kill.
Yes. It is quite uncomfortable.
It is, right? How do you feel? And so I want to get away from that, and I want to be in a more relaxed place of trusting, because that's what it comes down to rise into the gift, is to trust that there's no need to be in the fear place of worrying that the interaction isn't going to serve us in the way we need. It's about trusting and letting what we truly need come to us, right? What we truly need. And that is a piece that I'm still deciphering. Like, what do I really need? Do I really need this person to do this thing for me so I can feel seen in this way, or receive this recognition, or get that thing that I think I need? Probably not. So again, it's more about a collective frequency and serving the whole. And that is like, it is a scary place to lean into, right? And it's actually not leaning. If I feel it in my body, it's like a relaxing back. I'm just sitting back and letting it all come to me and letting it be. And I'm still holding myself up, and I'm in my core stability, and I'm opening my heart to all the possibilities, the right possibilities to come to me. It's a really, really scary place to lean into. This like trust that if we all look out for each other, we will all get what we really need. Because, calculated as our minds tend to be, I might think, well, if I'm trusting, but so-and-so is not trusting, they're going to take advantage of me, so I'm going to
look out for my own, because
I
don't know if,
Right?
Right.
So it takes an enormous amount of trust, and the more of us can do that, the more of us that can look out for each other, the higher we raise the collective frequency. And it's a grand concept, and it's it's true, but it's really hard. So I think it's just about taking a break for ourselves and not getting too caught up in the meta, because it really counts the most in the moment. So taking a breath even before we interact with someone, because we have the intention of talking to them about something we want to know, or something we want to share. Why are we doing it? And how's it feeling in our body to engage with that person, just to check in about where is it sitting in the body and how's it feeling. Is it a posture of aggression or calculated aim, or impatience or readiness, or anything that for you is related to greed?
Right.
Or is it a posture of being relaxed and the knowing that the greater purpose you're here to accomplish can have so many ways of manifesting, and just trusting that will come to fruition in the way that it needs to.
Aho.
Wow.
I love how you bring it into the body, and you inquire and open that invitation for us all to just consider what it feels like in our body when we're interacting with each other and navigating our needs and our dreams and wishes. Because, I mean, this key, it really holds big dreams, and it has the skills and capacity to really make them happen, because they have this capacity to really attract abundance for the good of the whole via their vision and their dreams. So being friends with people like Antia, and Elijah has this as his life's work, it's powerful, because I really get to experience being in friendship with somebody who carries an aura of literally of the aspiration, of the knowing that we're going places together. So thanks for taking me with you and co-creating in this. It's really awesome to keep learning from you, and I'm sure you've all received something from this interaction. And so here we are, another week, and I look forward to sharing more with you and keeping exploring the keys, and we'll be tuning back in next week. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thank you. Blessings.
Blessings.